All right, guys, as you guys know, one of the greatest American heroes of our time, O.J. Simpson, recently passed away, so we used artificial intelligence to write him a song in the afterlife. And it goes a little bit like this. It's called Farewell, O.J. Gather round, friends, in a solemn space, to bid farewell to a controversial gaze. O.J. Simpson, famed for his football grace, in history's pages he'll find his place. Hallelujah, O.J., you're free at last. In a trial where shadows from the past were laid to rest as the courts decreed. To truth we sought, in justice we believe. Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman too, their moments linger in the skies of blue. But O.J., the football star of lore, in the game's embrace he'll play forevermore. Hallelujah, O.J., you're free at last. In a trial where shadows from the past were laid to rest as the courts decreed. The truth we sought, in justice we believed. We love you, O.J., we miss you. R.I.P. The juice is no longer loose.
I think just read the bridge, it's a beautiful.
Though my doubts may linger in the air, the court's decision we must bear. For in the game of justice, a touchdown scored, and O.J., the hero, is free once more. We love you, O.J. Rest in peace, brother. 2,000 yards, we'll never forget.
I'm so fly, I'm aligned with the planes. My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself, why would I make time for you lames? At all costs, cause I'm a boss. But break them off, yeah, gotta break them off.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Prime Time with Alex Stein. I'm your host, Alejandro Stein, and we have a fabulous evening in store for you. That's right, we have the fabulous Lila Hart in studio. What's up, Lila?
Hello.
And we got my best friend, one of my best friends, the one that Doenut, on the show to expose the satanic rituals of the Illuminati and the elites that rule the world and, you know, maybe typically, possibly, I don't know, maybe drink the blood of children. We're not going to do that, but we're going to expose the people that do. How does that sound, Lila?
Sounds great. And I like donuts.
Do you like donuts?
I do. I like
I
donuts.
do too. I am eating them a lot. When you bring up food, I'm trying to fast right now, and that's making it extremely hard. Thinking of the sweet deliciousness of a savory Krispy Kreme donut. Makes it very challenging for me because I have such hunger cravings. You know, that's how I medicate the pain is I just stuff my face with...
You're an emotional eater.
Oh, big time. Oh, yeah, I just, like, the whole Oreos, I call it doing a line. Like, I don't do lines of Coke, I do lines of Oreos.
That is fascinating.
I know, but it makes me feel good. But it makes my body feel not great. All right, guys, so enough about my personal eating disorder. Let's talk about the show tonight. Are we going to play the vlog starting off, Jimmy?
Yeah, a little preview of it.
Okay, guys, you know that we are... currently offering a 99-cent subscription to Blaze TV where you get to watch exclusive content. Now, we exclusively made a vlog of us at the Renegades game, so we're going to play you a little preview of that and leave you a little cliffhanger to see if you guys want to watch the rest. And it's behind the paywall right now, Jimmy?
No, we're posting this tomorrow. There's another vlog or interview.
Joe Exotic, we'll tease that. Okay, all right, so have you ever heard of the Renegades, Lila?
No, I have not.
It's a minor league football team in Arlington, Texas.
That's cool.
It's kind of cool. I love the Renegades. We love football. I'm a football stud. And Jimmy actually went out there and tried to practice with the team. and basically got kicked off the field. So here.
Oh, it wasn't basically. I got kicked off.
Okay, well, just let's leave him a little cliffhanger. Let's watch the clip.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here at the Renegades' third game of the year against the DC Pedo Defenders. We're here on the field like a pimp on a blip. Look at this. The Cowboys ain't doing it like this. Let's go. Stephon says Jay won't pay you. I'll pay you.
Stephon Gilmore, Dallas Cowboy, ex-Dallas Cowboy.
We need him back. We need to sign this man, Jay. I'm here at the Arlington Renegades Stadium trying to pay off the refs so we can ensure we're going to win some money on our sports bets. Let's go, baby. Hey, ref, make sure the Renegades win. Can you make sure? Come on. I got money on it. Get off the building. Hey, don't say anything. I got a lot of money on the Renegades, so you call some holding. Come on. Take a dive. I got the money. I got some money. Come on. Marquette. Come on, Marquette. Money means on Marquette.
Hey, 1-4, I got big prop bets on you. 300 for every touchdown you got today, okay? Now,
Look at Jimmy with his helmet.
Pass interference, lots of flags. Today I'm trying out for the Renegades. I'm gonna make the team. They're stinking this year and they need a 6-foot-tall white guy. Let's go. I'm gonna go warm up with the boys. Woo! How much you benching?
There's Jimmy warming up.
Back, huge pussy.
If you want to see the rest of that vlog, we're going to be posting it on theblazetv.com/primetime. You guys can watch that. Okay, and you got to subscribe. It only costs 99 cents. We need all the chat rats in the freaking chat to sign up. Guys, if you're a real chat rat, throw a pimp 99 cents. Come on. I mean, that's a discount. That's a deal.
And, you know, if we get 100 people to sign up, we get the Monday show.
Yes, and we're very close to hitting that threshold. So it only takes a few more of you guys to sign up, and that Monday show will start ASAP, as soon as possible, very quickly. Whatever adjective you want to use, the quicker you sign up, the quicker we start the Monday show. So it's up to you guys. And make sure to use the promo code PRIMETIME99 by going to blazetv.com/primetime. Okay, now, Jimmy, sell some subscriptions. We did. Hopefully we sold some. Now do we have a CastBrew ad?
We do.
We got my favorite freaking coffee company in the world. Born of a desire for a bold coffee and need to build companies that support American values, CastBrew Coffee provides an alternative to that faceless corporate ecosystem and fosters a parallel economy that actually supports freedom. Try my own personal blend. That's right, Alex Stein's Prime Time Grind. It's a dark roast, 100% organic ground coffee with 2 times the amount of caffeine. It's the strongest coffee on all of YouTube. And you know who doesn't drink Primetime's CastBrew coffee? O.J. Simpson. And you see what happened to him. So don't be like O.J. Even though he did rush for 2,000 yards, he didn't drink this stuff. If he would have drank this, things could have been different. But I don't want to use the word anything about the cancer stuff, okay? Because that's medical misinformation. But
got it.
Just visit CastBrew.com. Use that promo code PRIMETIME so they know that we sent you. Because if you don't use that code, we don't get credit, right? It's like your homework, Jim. You don't get, even if you do the homework, if you don't turn it in, right? You don't put your name on the top of the homework, the teacher doesn't know whose homework it is. So make sure for all of you freaking chat rats out there, put your name, and that name is Prime Time in the promo code section!
Yes.
An idiot can do it. If I can do it, you can too. All right. And drink it responsibly. Seriously, don't get too jacked up and end up like me in the hospital. Okay, so Lila, our next guest is one of my very good friends, a guy that I've got to spend a lot of time with. He's based, I don't want to dox him too much because he does keep a little bit of animosity to him. And I know him personally.
You mean anonymity? I'm just curious. Did you mean
anonymous?
animosity?
Anonymous is what I meant to say.
Well, you said animosity as if he's like angry all the time.
He is angry, so I was using that word right.
Oh,
Jimmy.
okay. I'll just
Please don't
double
ever
check.
correct me on my show ever again, Jimmy. Do you mind doing that?
No, I'm just clarifying.
No need to clarify, Jimmy. The only thing you need to clarify is how to do your damn job, okay?
Okay,
Can you clarify that?
Yeah, I'll clarify
This isn't
that.
an English class, all right? You know, sometimes I'm going to use the wrong adjective, and I use the right adjectives, but I don't need your bitch ass telling me what to do. Do you understand me, Jimmy?
I got it.
You understand, though?
I
Is that
understand.
clear? Okay.
I understand.
couldn't make it any
Okay.
more clear. Don't ever correct me ever again.
Okay, we'll bring on in all his animosity.
He might have some animosity after the way you just introduced him, Jimmy, and you don't agree with a lot of stuff that he says, so you're probably going to have some animosity towards him. So don't ever correct me on my show ever again!
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, now we welcome on my friend, the one, the only, Donut!
Donut. What up, Primetime 99 chat rats? Smash that like button.
Smash it.
Easy
And
thing.
did you just hear my bitch ass producer correct me because I used the wrong word? Oh my gosh, we lost Donut. Oh, your camera went out, Donut.
I'll be leaving. I'm be coming back in. We're gonna get crazy. No, that was sick. No, so you could see my video. I'm gonna have to like pause it and turn it back on. I don't know why, but you can probably still hear me. So
I can hear you. We can do this. We can fly on a blimp. Okay, Donut, what the hell is going on, dude, with this bridge collapse? We talk about Israel, Palestine. I mean, what's the most pressing conspiracy that you think America needs to know about right now?
Well, you know, the bridge collapsed at 1:28 in the morning. Now,
Okay.
this is super important because Leave the World Behind, the Obama film, was released on 12/8. That's 128. And there's this 128 code in like everything. And now it's going to keep freezing like this. And then I'm going to change it to this. And then I'll come back. I'll see if I can switch the camera. But the elites, they be speaking in code and symbolism.
They do.
Symbolism is I'm very into. And I'm also very into Primetime 99.
And big booty Latinas. You like big booty Latinas too. No, okay, but wait. Let's go to some of these codes. So you're talking about 128 because they use gematria and numerology. It's kind of like Skull and Bones, right? They're a frat, and people don't understand when you're in these like fraternal organizations. They like inside jokes. Like they like to kind of laugh at us or mock us. So they use these codes to basically communicate with other elite people that are in these quote unquote secret societies. So why is all this numerology and symbolism, like, how do you even decode it? How do you figure this stuff out? Because, dude, you're an expert at it. I watch your content. You're getting thousands and thousands and thousands on your live streams because everybody loves it. But how are you finding out this information, dude?
Well, I'm a fan. I'm a culture vulture, like you say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a big fan, and I edit videos. So all the people that came before me, I just listened to them while I was at work. And I'm going to change my camera to see if that helps out at all.
And Donut, you're like, yeah, that looks great, dude. And you're like one of the biggest streamers, dude. I figured your camera would be working fine. Okay, but no, I want to talk to you, dude, because you have such good information and you expose so much stuff with these numerology, but how do you figure it out? Like, how would you know 128 is all of a sudden connected to Obama's film? Like, how the hell do you know that?
Yeah, shout out to my boy, Tommy Truthful. So we in this like big community, as you know, with Primetime 99, listening to the greats who you interview all the time on the channel, and you just taking that knowledge and moving it on. So I heard about this through my friend, and he said that the towers collapsed, right? The Twin Towers started to collapse at 10:28 in the morning. And
that's 12:08. Wait, 10:28, yeah, wow.
So the movie Leave the World Behind was released on 128, and I was asking him about it because he's into gematria. And gematria bridge collapse equals 128 with its numer value.
Yeah.
And now that bridge collapsed, that Francis Scott Key Bridge, Leave the World Behind, they're called the Scots in that movie, it collapsed at exactly 1:28 a.m. So you could just see this pattern recognition. In Leave the World Behind, the movie, Julia Roberts' birthday's 10/28, and that's the day Matthew Perry passed away on 10/28.
What?
Yeah, so that's just like number symbolism. But what I've been looking at is the Sampaku eyes. That's like this new thing I've been looking into.
Okay, want to hear about this?
So Sampaku means the three whites, like in your eyeballs. Underneath means like stress or symbolically dangers coming. So if you look at Tupac's albums, he has the Sampaku underneath his eye. The 27 Club, like most of the artists in the 27 Club, an actor just passed away recently on joining the 27 Club. They have this eyeball that is Sampaku underneath. I did send some images that the team could share if they want, but I've been looking into that. And because it's Selena's birthday, you know, I love Selena.
Dude, rest in peace, Selena. She was killed by her super fan, and which I'm kind of worried that one of my super fans might do that to me, honestly. I mean, but it might go viral, so it might be worth it. And I'm not encouraging any of my super fans to pull a Selena on me. You know who I'm talking about. So is this the picture you're talking about, or did Jimmy just pick this out of, like, AI generator?
Yeah, that's a Illuminati eye symbol. That wasn't it. I did email you, Primetime 99, the slides, but I could forward it over to
Well,
him.
it's probably too late now. For some reason, it must have gone to my spam.
It looks like this.
I don't see it on here, but did you saw Tupac's gay though? Did you see that clip where he was gay as hell in that clip?
Bro, Tupac, shout out to Tupac. You know, he ballerina, yo. Yeah, he's beta.
He is beta, dude.
Oh, Alex, I got to step in here because the Tupac slander is getting out of hand. Okay, he was a theater kid.
Did you see the video? I know
I've
all
seen
theater
all the
kids are
videos.
homosexuals, dude. Because listen, I wanted to be in theater, but I was like, I'm not gay, so I can't do that. I mean,
Well, look, do you want to be a rapper or not? Okay, you gotta, act the part, right?
well, Bun B and Pimp C, who died, supposedly Pimp C Bun B's still alive, but Pimp C, who died, his partner of UGK, he was actually calling out a lot of the down low brothers. And there's a lot of humiliation stuff when it comes to P. Diddy, where like, if you give a guy $1 million record contract, you still want to have that weird power, that sexual gratification over him. So they literally do gay stuff. Like Lil Wayne and the Birdman were kissing on 105 and Park on BET. So, I mean, I wouldn't put it past him for.
But Tupac was known to have gotten some of the hottest women on the planet.
Oh no, he didn't. He went out with Will Smith's wife. What's the bald girl's
back
name?
when she was hot. Yeah, come on now.
Jada Pinkett Smith's
Pre-bald.
crazier than she's nuttier than a squirrel turd, as we
But
say
that
here
does
in
not
Texas.
make her hot. That makes her hotter.
No, she's not. No, she's. Trust me, if he was with her, then he probably has Will Smith vibes. Is Will Smith straight or gay, Donut?
Bisexual.
Oh, bro, Will Smith predictive programming. Look, Tupac, you got Tupac a legend. You know,
Yes.
lyric
Thank you.
poet. I don't care whatever people say about him. I was just making a funny joke because Jesse Lee Peterson does beta because he emotional.
We love JLP. We love JLP.
And but he was ritualistically assassinated. It seems like he was staying in this pyramid in Las Vegas
I agree with
on
that.
this 36 ley line. The 36 ley line is connected to tragedy because that 36 ley line links all the way up to Tennessee, and that's where you get like 3-6 Mafia. That's why I'm looking out for Young Buck this year because Mr. Tennessee. A lot of these rituals go down there. So
Oh, you say Tennessee like Tennessee? Oh wow, Tennessee. So you're thinking
Well,
Young Buck could be ritualistically murdered?
well, you know, that's what my prediction was, but you know what? It doesn't seem like it's going down that way. It seems like 50 Cent is really rising to power through exposing Diddy right now. So
Yeah.
not all my predictions are correct, you know.
Well, it's
But,
still got a lot of
but-
time left. It's only, I mean, what is it, only April? I mean,
Yeah, well, it's the Year of the Dragon, right? So the Year of the Dragon ends,
that's a Cisco
On the-
album, right? Isn't that the thong song was on that album?
bro.
That really was on that album. Wasn't that called Year of the Dragon?
Was it? Okay,
Yes,
so the Year-
dude. And that's the song, the thong song. Ooh, that dress so scandalous. You know another brother couldn't handle this, so you're shaking that thing like a Gucci thing. When they look in the eyes, so scandalous. Like a hip hop box. Cruising and then connect the dots. And I just sucked in because I wanted to say, I'm living la vida loca. Cause I jumped to the truck. Chuck. Guys like what? All night long. Let me see that thong. No. Okay, sorry. Shut up, Jimmy.
Okay.
Shut up, Jimmy.
So the Year of the Dragon ends on 1/2/8. So I think that the whole year will be a ritual. Like the whole year is all connected to probably the fiat collapsing because on the dollar bill, the eye of the pyramid has a Sampaku eye. So I think it's going to be right there. Look it up, Sampaku eye.
Oh,
on the
that's a
dollar-
Simpaku. Now I see what you're talking about. When you see the whites at the bottom and the top's covered. Wow.
Yes.
Like symbolism on symbolism. There's 72 bricks on that pyramid right there, right? This is all symbolic. And the 72 is super interesting because this is called a tetrachit. It's like it's wild. And if you write the name of God in the tetrachit of the pyramid in gematria, it equals 72. Now, with the money being the 72 bricks, if you look up Bitcoin, it equals 72 in gematria. as well. So
No,
like,
Bitcoin equals 72. Wow. And then so the,
72K on all-time high on the 72nd day or something like that.
no, and now it's collapsing. But don't you think they want the fiat currency to collapse so they can put us on a central digital currency and they can just control all of our money digitally?
Bro, I'm on this social credit scoring system. Like I ain't monetized ever because I came out in 2019 during the lockdown. Like we've been out here for a minute now talking about stuff in our own way, which is effective. You know what I mean? Like you're the most effective person on the planet, the funniest person. Shout out to Tiny, shout out to Darius, both of them. Shout out to everybody, the chat rats like that. Smash that like button.
I love it. It says button. I love when you put a button on your streams. That's gosh. No. You're the funniest. No, you're funnier than me. Okay, wait. So keep going to the symbolism.
Yeah,
So you're thinking this year though we could have a collapse?
It seems like we already have collapsed. I tried to go buy some jeans yesterday. They said $300 for a pair of jeans. I'm not going to spend $300 for a pair of jeans. I can't spend $300 for a pair of jeans. Like it's whack.
I know, dude, nobody can afford a house. I mean, you're talking about a pair of jeans, but like a real issue is that young people, the middle class, can't afford a home. So we're going to be constantly debt slaves or constantly have landlords that can kick us out of our house at any moment. So like, you are right. There is no middle class. In a way, our society has collapsed already.
Yeah, it's absolutely terrible. And the beginning of the lockdowns, the first thing in the HR bill was the introduction of a CBDC. So I'm like, whoa, that's kind of weird. Why are they introducing that? And then you can just see Dogecoin rose the power through mimetic magic, which is absolutely wild. If you ever dive into that.
Yeah, wait. Mimetic magic. I kind of like that. You're saying we can meme a reality. Because Dogecoin, Dogecoin, I don't know how you say it. Now people like made a bunch of money. Tim Pool, my friend, made a lot of money on it, and it was all a gimmick. It was all just a total, joke, a meme.
Well, it was lowering the. People were very sketched out about the new blockchain technologies being released, and this was a way to get the public into it and to love it through meme magic. This goes all the way back to the shaman days.
What do you mean? How did shamans use memes? Like, I mean, you can almost say that Donald Trump won the presidency with meme magic in 2016. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Pepe the Frog was like a real person, dude.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's what this whole meme stuff is. And this was talked about by people like Timothy Leary. This has been talked about by Terrence McKenna. There's nothing new under the sun. All the stuff that we're seeing right now is absolutely intentional. Like when you watch a film, for example, every single shot in the movie is planned out on purpose, especially when it's being funded by like Hollywood deep state assets, like this new Civil War film. There's so much symbology in that, attacking Trump, I would say, because it's all about the left propaganda all throughout that film. And why is that film being promoted on all the mainstream news networks? Because there's an agenda behind the millions and millions of dollars being spent on images, right? So a meme, for example, you don't have to think. You see the meme, it gives you an explanation. Oh, okay, that good. I don't have to think. It's like the most smallest digestible food. So it's brilliant, the meme magic. I got to make me a dolphin meme. I kind of did.
No, dude, and your stuff, the VHS tape you sent me, that is epic, guys. How do they get that? They have to join your Patreon? Because that was epic, what you sent me. I should have brought it into the studio.
You can't get it anymore. I release them once a year.
They're bad. Yeah, I have the sticker on my car. I should have brought that picture in. Donut, and I got both the VHSs. Dude, you really are a pimp on a blimp, keeping it old school. Okay, now let's talk about, we're talking about P. Diddy. Do you think he's a Fed? What's the deal with P. Diddy and all of this? Why isn't he in jail? Isn't there something up with that?
Yeah. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. This is how the system works. Things are being revealed a little bit of how these people that we see that are the stars, that are the idols, this goes in like the idol worship. We see that they're using symbology and everybody knows about it. Like, people have been talking about P. Diddy for a long time. So I don't think that he's the main culprit. Like, I believe he's guilty, but I don't believe that just because he goes away that now everything's going to be okay. I believe power gets handed off to someone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe is the fall guy. And if you look at Puff Daddy, he has the Sampaku eyes on the magazine covers. So I feel like it's predictive programming of, you're going to rise the power, you're going to have a great time, then you're going to be publicly sacrificed in a sense, and then the next person will be on power. I don't know. That's what I think,
Okay, what do you think about this conspiracy? Did you see it? We really probably should have had a clip of it, but O.J. Simpson's son, the hat that was found on the crime scene, I think this was you talking about it. Wasn't it you that I watched talk about this? Had a hat with dog fiber hair in it, and OJ didn't even have a dog, and that OJ didn't even own the style of knife that was used to kill Nicole Brown or Ron Goldman. But the son was a chef at a popular restaurant and did have a knife like that. And on top of that, the son was on probation for beating up his own girlfriend. And the night of the murders, he supposedly had a back room reserved at his restaurant, but OJ and Nicole canceled it. It was supposed to be a family dinner, and then went to Ron Goldman's restaurant where he was a waiter in L.A. So there's a lot of evidence that actually point towards O.J. Simpson's son possibly being the murderer.
Oh man, that's wild. That wasn't on my channel, but thank you for sharing that. When I saw the OJ stuff cracking, I just look at the symbols, and what popped out for me was that he got cancer, right? You got Kate Middleton, you got the Royals all getting cancer. And I'm just like, when I hear that, I think of the top of the Royal Arch, which is 69. It's the symbol for cancer.
Nice.
It's it's important for symbolism. Yeah, 69. It's karma, too.
It's a yin and yang, right? I mean, isn't that kind of what it symbolizes?
That too. And Gangsta Boo, rest in peace. She passed away, and she had her
from 3 6 Mafia. People don't realize that 3 6 Mafia. Memphis stands for Making Easy Money, Pimpin' Hoes is serious. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. And I'm a fan of I grew up, listening to all of this.
Me too.
So, in Tennessee, Memphis, I mean, think of Elvis. This is the 36 parallel, very important. But I know I wanted to tie it into some satanic elements, but I forget where I was going. But OJ, he's number 32. And Aleister Crowley, he's got his 32 pathways. So this goes into mysticism. The entire music industry is obsessed with Satan. You can see it at the Grammys. And what is Satanism? Satanism, to me, I think that is going against God's will. So you can be aligned with God, or you can be aligned with your own will, which I believe is more satanic, rather than doing God's will, thy will be done. So that's how I look at what is Satanism. Now, Aleister Crowley says, do what thou will. That's what Jay-Z wears on his shirt. That's what the Beatles are all about with the symbolism there. Or even Hannah Montana, who was performing while Gangsta Boo passed away. When she went to school on Crowley Corners, this Crowley symbolism's everywhere, and Crowley is the known Satanist that everybody loves in the music industry. But where did he get that from? Do what thou will. He got that from the Hellfire Club, which was a secret society, which was satanic, and that was their motto. So he took it from that. So we're going back into history to the beginning and the founding of this country, but we could tie it even further back to where the Illuminati got their ideas from, with the assassins and Hassan Asaba, who is said that everything's permissible. So we could see that this goes back, these inverted kind of agendas for a long time.
And Jimmy, you don't even believe in the Illuminati, right, Jimmy?
Even worse, I don't really even know what it is, other than people go
Jimmy.
this and go,
Tell them about what they were in Bavaria and they got kicked out of Bavaria. What is the story?
No, actually, give Illuminati for dummies. I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Illuminati for retards if you're doing it for Jimmy. Go ahead.
Wear helmets.
For sure. We try and get wicked smart,
Wicked smart.
Wicked smart for dummies.
Don't repeat his jokes, Jimmy. Let him tell a joke. Don't just copy his joke, okay?
Sorry.
Yes, shut up. Go ahead, Alex. Sorry.
The Illuminati, the idea was brought up in 1776 by this guy, Adam Weishaupt, who founded the Illuminati allegedly on May 1st, 5/1, which is funny because you're wearing the 5/1 on your shirt. That's a synchronicity.
What 5/1 am I wearing? The red?
No, me. I'm wearing
Oh my gosh, you're wearing the Tim Tebow.
Yeah, it's a Tim Tebow Broncos jersey.
Wow, Jimmy, you're part of it. And Jimmy went to Princeton. Jimmy, I'm not even kidding. I do think Jimmy might be an FBI because Jimmy might be a cop.
I'll just be funny, Jimmy. But these are things like that I look at when I look at the screen. I'm always like, but they were founded on 5-1, which is like why we got an Area 5-1. Now, this is kind of where it gets kind of weird with the history of it. So the Adam Weishaupt, who founded it, he didn't really found it on that day. It took until like the 1800s because where he had this guy, Philo, actually built it. Philo was part of like the Masonic lodges, and then there was this big Illuminati going into them with the Illuminists and taking over it. This is all history. Even Billington wrote a book. He was the Congress librarian, wrote about it, Fire in the Minds of Men. This is absolute history. Most people around the world accept it, except for in America, but a lot of people in America do accept it. But this guy Philo built it, though, and because what he wanted to do was he wanted to make masonry great again. That was his goal. But then he realized he was being conned by Spartacus, which is that. But this is what's crazy. If you look into the schooling system, which made me wicked stupid, but I'm working so hard to get wicked smart, it ties all the way back to Raphael of the Illuminati. His grandson, William Wundt, pretty much created our whole schooling system, which got handed down to Skull and Bones, which is where Yale is. And this is all like true history. It sounds crazy, but it's all like
and Yale is a Ivy League school. And it's funny, Jimmy went to an Ivy League school, Princeton, where they have a lot of famous pedophiles actually went to school there. Did you know that? That is true, Jimmy, right? Your alma mater?
Well, at least one.
A very powerful one that ran a bunch of student organizations, right?
Well, he was the president of
a
the
student
queer
organization
Princeton alumni,
while he was molesting and looking at child porn. Is that correct?
That, unfortunately, is accurate. I wish it were a joke.
Yeah, it's not a joke.
Alex,
so Jimmy,
I got a question for Mr. Donut here. What's up with the red heifer? Why are they sacrificing a red cow to bring in the end times?
So I talked to the rabbi about it. I said, yo, Rabbi.
Rabbi Shmuley? I hope not Rabbi Shmuley, dude. You didn't get one of those kosher butt plugs, did you? I got one. I got one. I love it. Go ahead. Sorry.
Dude, that guy's a Satanist. Or Illuminati.
Clip that. I know. Israel. So are we saying Rabbi Shmuley is actually a Satanist?
I think so, but I don't know him, but that's what it seems like.
Clip that. Okay.
Got it.
My rabbi about it, and I bring him all the stuff. I said, what's up with them tunnels? What's going on? To get his perspective. And I asked him about the red heifers, and he says, like, that ain't going to happen because that doesn't happen until the third temple is to be built. So I said that wasn't going to happen, but I see it everywhere saying it's going to happen, so I don't really know.
So they're not supposed to sacrifice the cow until after the temple is built. So that's the order is wrong. Because people are saying they're going to sacrifice a cow and then they're going to build the third temple like in Jerusalem or something.
Like the temple should be like being like built or something like that before that ritual would happen. You know what I mean? And I don't, but who knows, man? Like things are crazy, man. And prayers out to the Middle East, everybody out there, everywhere. You know what I mean?
Actually,
what, Jimmy? What?
Well, I said prayers in the Middle East. This was our next graphic, full screen. I was wondering your thoughts on the Iran drone strike, and are we actually headed for World War III, or what is the bigger message over this?
Oh, this has been known. General Wesley Clark, with his 7 countries, he came out and said this after a few years after 9/11. He said, the end goal is Iran. So this has been on the agenda for a military-industrial complex for a long time.
Okay.
But I don't really know. I'm just
Jimmy,
everybody.
Do you believe in predictive programming, Jimmy? Will you tell Jimmy what predictive programming is?
No, that's where I know in Hollywood that's where they create events that they want people to expect to happen. That's why they're creating the new Civil War movie that they're trying to push.
So you do think that's possible?
Oh, absolutely. I think Hollywood and the government are intertwined in certain capacities.
And Donut, can you explain how 9/11 was a satanic ritual?
Yeah, absolutely. So the priming is a hypnosis tactic. People will prime the audience through imagery. That's where this word comes from, predictive programming or priming. And they get people's subconscious ready for the event to come. So we saw with 9/11 and all the great conspiracy theorists out there when I'm with just a fan, of listening to all of them and trying to figure out what's happening in this world while I was at work, like that, that's all I did. And people revealed how this predictive programming is everywhere in cartoons, in movies, and we see these twin towers collapsing. Now, back in the day, we only had one radio station or a couple of television programs, not one radio station, but we had one radio. We didn't have podcasts and every. So what's been happening is that the predictive programming and the priming has infiltrated even the simulacrum of billboards, because billboards are watching us. We're not watching the billboards. It is for us to imitate. So with Mountain Dew, this has been a big thing that I noticed. With Mountain Dew, they have a lot of predictive programming on their soda, right? Their Brondo. And,
Brondo from Idiocracy. Yeah, that's the reference. Okay, so go ahead. Sorry.
And so right before 9/11, Mountain Dew released Code Red Mountain Dew.
That was my favorite one. I loved Code Red. It was cherry Mountain Dew. It's delicious. I had it at Taco Bell. It's one of the best flavors.
Yeah, and then right after they released that, 9/11 happened, and they set up the Code Red system. So that's just one example going all the way back to that time. But it's all symbolic, the Patriot Act and all that. You know that way more than me.
I know all about 9/11. I just talked to Jimmy. He's an idiot. He doesn't even believe. Jimmy, do you believe in secret societies?
Yep.
Like, you do believe Skull and Bones is real?
Well, I know it's real.
Jimmy, did you ever try to join one of those at Princeton?
No, their hazing was a little too intense.
Is that really why you didn't join? You were scared to get hazed?
Some of it was a little over the top.
Like what? You get
butt
spanked?
stuff?
Yeah, you didn't want to get spanked by a
No,
bunch
it's
of
more
dudes?
they like sleep deprived you. It made you like eat gross stuff, and I
You
was
do
just
that
like,
on this show. You literally.
I know. Apparently, maybe I would have liked it. 'cause
You
I
would
do
have
that
loved
already.
it, dude. You
Yeah.
would have loved it.
So I missed out. Clearly.
So Donut, tell him about Jimmy. Like, he needs to learn something. I don't know how I'm ever going to wake him up, dude. And Jimmy's fully vaccinated. Fully vaxxed. Vaxxed to the
Really?
max.
Well,
Yes.
it was just to go
Yes.
to Italy.
You got both the vaccines.
Yes,
No.
he did, and they're safe and effective for the YouTube censors. Sorry, I'm spitting, but yes, Jimmy is Johnson & Johnson'd out.
Oh, so just one.
Just
I got
the,
an
just the
insurance
single,
policy on him.
the
I got an
single
insurance
dose.
policy on him through Globe Life. So if anything happens, I'm rich, bitch.
Well,
but
here's the thing.
I hope nothing does.
I
Jimmy.
weigh.
hope
I weighed the
nothing
risk.
does.
What's better, the risks of the Fauci-Ouchie or going to Italy and eating a lot of pasta? You know what? The pasta gave me more heart risk than anything that in the Fauci-Ouchie. So
Can you believe that? He's not kidding, dude. Donut.
You don't even regret it?
Yeah, you don't regret it. No,
no,
he loves it.
Well,
He loves it.
that's where, and I knew I was gonna marry my
He
wife.
has his vaccine card. Do you have your card on you, Jimmy?
Actually, no, I don't. It's in my
That explains
backpack.
a lot.
It does. I know.
Explains
And
a
I
lot.
didn't know
A
until
lot.
after he started working for me that he's vaccinated. If I had known that he was vaccinated, he might not be working here. But it is what it is. You learn stuff late, right, Donut?
When it's too late.
Wait.
No, you can at least denounce it and say you regret
No,
it.
don't denounce it. We love
Oh,
it
we
for
do.
Dr.
We love it.
Fauci.
It's
We
great.
love it. It's very safe, very effective, very healthy. It's not hurting young people.
It's never done it. It was fully, vested.
There's no long-term
vetted.
testing, but we don't need that. We need short-term testing. That is
Not
what's more
saline.
accurate.
He's fine.
Well, maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. Who knows? But okay, Donut. So
Yeah,
we got to kind of
go.
wrap
Yeah.
this up because we're potentially going to be speaking to Meghan Markle's brother. So I kind of want. Did you see him go viral for making fun of her this weekend? He wore a wig and said and shouted a bunch of racial slurs at his half sister. It was quite alarming. But we're gonna get him on the show. Jimmy actually booked the wrong person. Jimmy booked his representation and not him. So we did a Skype test today, and we should have filmed that. And there's some random bald guy on the screen. Not that it's bad to be bald. And I'm like, that's not her brother. Her brother's not bald and thin. Her
Well,
brother's like,
I emailed his manager, and usually I just say, we'd love to have you on the show, like, assuming, like, yeah, it's for Thomas Markle. He says, oh, I'd love to come on.
don't ever assume anything, Jimmy.
Clearly. I mean, it's only
Don't
done.
just
I've done it
assume
100 times. There's never been a manager assumed, oh, they want to interview the manager. Of course. They've always assumed it was the talent. But anyways,
Of
lesson
course
learned.
he assumed. He
He
assumed the vaccine is safe and effective.
and he was right according to
yeah.
YouTube. But can you elaborate on that, Donut? The royal family. No, the royal
Fauci.
family stuff, all the cancer and Kate Middleton. I mean, there's something going on with all this.
Yeah. I'm looking into it. I'm investigating it, and I'll get that answer for you here soon. But I'm looking into the symbology for the spring equinox. Looking out for 7/6 in a sense, because that's the day the Georgia Guidestones collapsed on 7/6. It's George Bush's birthday. It's even 50 Cent's birthday as well. So go Shoddy.
Wow, go Shoddy. We call Lila 25 Cent.
Yes.
Okay,
Because she's a spina bifida baddie. Now, we want to play this video. I don't know if this is real or fake. Brandon, can you pull up the Pandas Aren't Real video?
Oh, that's like 2 blocks away.
Yeah,
but we
give us a
can bring it
second.
up.
Yeah, we're gonna play this video. Have you seen this conspiracy donut that pandas aren't real? Have you seen this, Lila?
No.
I know about this.
Let's
I know
play the
about
clip, and then I want to get your instant reaction.
Almost every family has a panda.
That is a big fat lie. Pandas do not exist. They don't exist in people's homes. They don't exist in the wild, but they do exist in the zoo. The first panda to be discovered was in the 1920s, and the first panda to be brought over to the U.S. was in the 1930s by this woman. And you know how I feel about women. So you're telling me in over 4,000 years of Chinese history, they've never seen pandas until the 1920s? Bro, even in the Chinese zodiac, they have a dragon. Dragons are real, but pandas aren't. They've been lying to you about animals. This is called a fake animal. They have fake animals in zoos just to gain popularity, gain money, gain traction. But look at this picture. That's a stuffed animal.
Oh, a panda's so fake.
Pandas are fake.
Oh, that a panda not real. That's a bear.
Okay. We understand it. Now let Donut talk.
Dragon real.
What he was saying is all throughout history, it was a mythological creature, a panda, just like Bigfoot. And then just recently, they're like, oh no, there's pandas. He makes a good case. It's true.
And do you think they die a regular bear? Do you think people are in like a bear suit? Because Owen Benjamin's been talking about how pandas aren't real for a while, and I kind of laugh, but it is weird how we just started getting them. And there's not even that many in America. I think there's less than like 100 in America, so that would be easy to fake.
I've seen a panda in real life.
Either have I. And if somebody on the crew supposedly said they've seen him in a zoo, I'd like to know what zoo you were at that you actually saw this panda, and I'd like to see some video evidence.
I've seen a panda before.
Where?
At the San Diego Zoo. They got pandas.
Yeah, but that's one of the most famous zoos in the world, so they would be the most likely culprit to fake it.
I think they're real.
Oh my God, so you're a panda believer.
I'm
You're like
believing in
Jimmy.
pandas.
Is it because you're Asian?
Yes. I love pandas. You know why I know pandas are real? Because Panda Express.
What about Kung Fu Panda? What about Kung Fu Panda?
Kung Fu Panda, bro. Kung Fu Panda, spiritual.
Predictive programming.
I don't
Reinforce
know, but-
the realism of pandas.
You know what I just realized? How he said that 128 was an important date. You were born on the 8, your prime time 99. Flip those two around. That's 6. 6 plus 6 is 12.
I know.
1, 2, 8.
I know, and it's 9. When 9 divided by 3, 3 times 3, so it's 999, and then you flip it upside down, 666.
Hey, $50 super chat.
Wow, we love those. Thank you.
Willie McDuff. I've grown tired of being constantly censored by Jimmy. Dude, we wouldn't stop talking shit, so I timed him out for 10 seconds.
What did he say? I kinda like
Jimmy's
it.
the most unlikable person. I'm sick of Jimmy. Jimmy needs to leave. Is Jimmy just pretending to be unlikable? He was going at it, so I just timed him out.
But if you
And then he
pay,
gave
you
a
go read it.
$50
but if
super
you
chat?
pay it, you can say whatever you want.
That's true.
$50 super chat, you got it.
You get freaking first row VIP access to the blimp. Okay, now let's kind of wrap things up. I know you got to go shortly, and we got to talk to Lila about something, but just real quick, like what should we be looking out on the horizon when it comes to gematria? And like I saw you're kind of exposing some of the UFC fights. Like, what are you kind of focusing on? Like, you know what I've been looking into a lot? The Book of Enoch. Have you looked into that at all?
I have not, but what I've been looking out for something recent is this date 420 or Taylor Swift 419 for like an earthquake. And this isn't me. This is like a lot of other people's research that I've been looking into. And
Yeah, in the conspiracy world, if we're talking about other people's research, people like that because I think, that's, I know you want to cite your source, but you're watching a lot of videos, and if people are saying that, you can tell that's the vibrational energies kind of going that way.
And I ask people, I interview them in podcasts. So I'm looking out for some big event to happen. I think it's going to be on the 19th. I think some earthquake stuff, because you got some big dates. So April 19th, Taylor Swift. I mean, she's dropping that album. And 420 coming up. And April 19th, a lot of tragedies happen on that day. 420, a lot of tragedies happen. And I believe it's called like the season of sacrifice leading into the Illuminati founding day, May 1st.
And it's Hitler's birthday. Hitler's birthday is 420. Is that correct?
Yeah, that too. Yeah. So there's just a lot of occult stuff. But Aleister Crowley, tying it back to the whole satanic thing, he like these dates are all connected to him too.
Last thing, you brought up Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, her favorite number is 13. The 49ers are in Super Bowl 58. 4 plus 9 is 13. 5 plus 8 is 13. 100 minus Travis Kelce's number of 87 is 13. We know that the Chiefs were not the best team all year, but they magically won the Super Bowl. I think it was rigged, and I won $500 on it, on that Super Bowl. And they were the underdogs. What do you think about the Taylor Swift numerology symbolism with the Super Bowl?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got all the Swifties charging this ritual at the Super Bowl for the halftime show. This goes into fertility rituals. It gets deep, going back to the ancient days where they would do like blood sacrifice because the blood would get into the soil. And also all the like the sexy time would charge all the plants with the orgone energy. It's
well,
wild.
you know, it's funny you say that. There's a new thing called ecosexuality where people like want to have sex with the dirt and with trees. That's coming back. I just read an article about it, and the article came out around the same time as the Super Bowl. What in the world? Dude, look it up. It's called Ecosexual. It's on Daily Mail, and I'm reading this. I'm like, why is this being requested to me? And now you're talking about like all this sexual fertility ritual, and she hasn't had a baby yet. So do you think Travis Kelce's going to have a ritualistic baby with her potentially?
Probably, but the whole thing is it's just charging all the eyeballs. This was the #1 televised show in the history of television. More people were watching the Super Bowl than anything else in the world. And then right after it ended, it went to a slide and it said, broke the internet, ? And I think that's part of this predictive programming of what the World Economic Forum has been hyping us up about.
Wow. Last question, Klaus Schwab. What's the deal with him? Is he RIP?
You know, what do you mean? Like,
isn't he in the hospital on life support or something? Jimmy, didn't you tell me?
Well, apparently we got Instagram fact checked, and he apparently is not in the hospital. But who knows?
Oh my God, Jimmy, you're such an idiot, dude.
I don't think that's true. I think that's the official statement. Oh, he's fine. He's perfectly healthy. I think he's actually in the hospital. It's kind of like pulling a Kate Middleton Photoshop.
Okay,
kind of
all right,
thing.
yeah. Is Dave Chappelle a clone or not, Donut?
There's some evidence pointing to him being cloned.
That's all we need to hear. All right, tell them where they can find you, support you before you go, and thank you for coming on the show.
You can find me at Doenut, DOE-NUT.com, or just look it up on the YouTube, DOENUT. Doenut.
Donut, you're the man. Thank you for blessing us with all of this occultic knowledge that we can't find on our own. You spend a lot of time researching this stuff. And like you said, you're not always right, but you are right about a lot of stuff. And it's very interesting. So thank you for coming on the show. I'll talk to you again soon.
God bless.
Peace. What did you think about that, Lila?
It was fascinating. I like all that conspiracy stuff. I don't know if I believe that Dave Chappelle's a clone, though.
Well, did you hear what Jim Brewer said?
I did watch that, but
Did you see him on Roseanne's show? And he was in a little movie called Half Baked. I'm saying you and I like Dave Chappelle, right? You and I like him.
like Dave
But
Chappelle.
were you ever in a movie? Did you ever star in a movie with him for months on end?
I've met him several times.
But I'm just saying, do you know him as well as Jim Brewer knows him? No.
Probably not, but he's very nice. If he's a clone, his clone was nice to me.
Well, the clone would be nice because the clone is made in the lab. It's the original that would be mean.
And his wife isn't his wife Filipino?
Yes,
Yes, his wife is Filipino. I know. Which means they probably cloned a Filipino guy and painted him like the panda. And that's why he's attracted to his genetic ancestry.
That makes sense. So he's a panda now.
He's a panda clone.
Oh, Dave Chappelle, not real. That's a clone. He no real.
That guy, I guarantee that guy that made that Panda video thinks Dave Chappelle's a clone.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That guy probably has a whole freaking, playlist of Dave Chappelle.
No, I will say, if Dave Chappelle is a clone, the clone's got some good material. Right?
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, Dave Chappelle is obviously still funny. He's obviously one of the funniest comedians, but still nobody has recreated. Key and Peele did a great job, but the Chappelle Show, dude, that was like pinnacle of comedy. And I don't know of any sketch show. Like I said, Key and Peele was good, was great.
I think the only one coming close right now is Gillian Keeves.
Yeah, but even Gillian Keeves was great with Shane Gillis. I'm just saying that was still, in my opinion, I think it goes Chappelle Show. Key and Peele was incredible, dude.
Yeah.
Like the football players with the long names. Hey, Ron! I mean, they created some sketches that are like will last the test of time. But even so, they did not make a sketch as good as I'm Rick James, bitch, or Prince playing basketball. Like those sketches.
The race draft.
The racial draft, dude. I mean, I don't know if we can ever top that
Clayton
show.
Bigsby.
Clayton Bigsby, the black white supremacist. I mean, dude, it was a brilliant show. Okay, now, guys, last week I interviewed Joe Exotic. We used the stupid, it's called Getting Out, and it's the video conference software that the jail uses at a federal prison. We had a little audio snafu, but I was able to rectify it, and I re-interviewed Joe, and we're also going to interview him again, I believe, tomorrow or Thursday. I forget which day I have scheduled. But we're going to get down to he has agreed to take a polygraph to prove to Carolyn Howard Baskin that he hasn't lied about her. We're trying to mend the fences there. It's kind of an uphill battle, but let's play a little sneak peek of this interview, and you can watch the whole interview on theblazetv.com/primetime.
And it's on there right now.
And it's there right now. Make sure to use that promo code primetime. All right, let's play a little clip of it. I have my cat just had kittens.
Look at that.
I know. Look at this cat.
That's a kitty.
But I have toxoplasmosis.
Hey,
Joe. Okay, I got you. How are you doing, my friend?
I love that background.
I know. Well, so you've been getting a lot of interviews. I saw on Twitter everybody's talking about how they got it set up with you. So how busy have you been now that you have this video call?
I did 11 yesterday.
11? Shut up!
Yeah.
And that one guy, he talked to you about flat Earth and Illuminati and all like that and all that.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah.
That was good. So,
and then I did one with the news station out of Tampa, and they interviewed Carol right before they interviewed me, and she is now even saying on television that Netflix exploited the feud that we had going on, that we had never met, and the feud wasn't as bad as Netflix portrayed it to be, because it was just marketing.
Well, and listen, I just want to be fully candid. So you got mad because I remember you sent me all the Jeff Lowe drama and the James drama. So I had my producer try to contact them. We haven't interviewed them. We haven't talked to them, but we did send the video of you saying that you want to mend the fences with Carol Baskin. And we got an email back from Howard. But Howard says that basically, if I can sum it up, I can pull it up and read it, is that there are no hard feelings, but they still think that you're a liar, Joe. They said that. He said, here, I'll read this. This is what he said. He said, this is his last email to us. I'll just show it to you. One last thought just popped into my head. It would be really nice if just one person in the interview media profession actually challenged Joe on all of his lies, instead of just letting him blather on with nodding heads. Even though he wasn't mean, that was kind of the last thing. He was kind of nice in the other email.
Well, what does he want somebody to challenge me with?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't even know what to challenge you with. I don't know. He didn't say anything particular at all. He said he wants your life challenged. That's what he said.
I mean, his own wife is the one who posted the recordings of Alan Glover and Ashley Webster saying it was all bullshit. Yeah. And so what am I lying about?
No, and then did they actually have a conversation with the crackheaded guy that told on you? The key informant. What was his connection with Carol?
James Garrison.
Yeah, well, no, not James Garrison. Who was the guy that was on crack? That was the supposed hitman.
That was Alan Glover.
Yes, I'm saying, how is Alan and how are they connected? Carol and Alan, did they have any connection whatsoever?
Okay, all right. Well, the connection is Alan worked for Jeff. Okay, and Ashley Webster came to work at the park as undercover for Carol.
Oh, wow, that was her plant. Oh, I didn't know that.
And Alan and Ashley ended up sleeping together and having this relationship. So yeah, so it's all just a fucked up scenario.
Wow. I didn't realize you had a double agent working for you in the park. How insane.
Yeah, she is the one who sent. Okay, well, the whole thing was Ashley came to work for us as a confidential informant for Carol. Okay, well, Jeff and Lauren got her over to their cabin and drugged her with another girl and had sex with them. This is all on telephone recordings. I mean, go to Tiger Tells John Phillips and listen to it all.
Okay.
Okay. So Jeff and Lauren pawned her off on Alan, so that way apparently they couldn't do a rape kit or some bullshit. I don't know exactly how it all came apart, but yeah.
Well, how is she connected to Carol? So did she ever go back to Carol, that girl that had all that sex? Did she go back?
Well, she was the one that was testifying on Carol at my trial, but they wouldn't let her because they caught her lying.
Wow.
So she never got to testify. But yeah, she's Carol's informant, and then she was the one talking to Alan on the phone on the recordings that Carol posted. That Alan admits that it was all made up and him and Jeff belong in prison. So I don't know what Howard wants me to admit to. I've admitted to shooting the tigers. I don't know what else to admit to, but I didn't pay Alan to go kill Carol.
Well, that interview was very thought-provoking, to say the least. And if you want to watch the whole entire interview, go to blazetv.com/primetime. We got it behind the paywall. And we're going to start posting a lot of exclusive content, like our vlog at the Renegades game, my vlog from South Carolina, and a lot of behind-the-scenes footage. Okay, Lila, the show's almost over. Tell the people what we got planned, you and I, what we got going on this week.
We've got shows, so come see us on Sunday. This Sunday, we'll be at the Plano House of Comedy. I'll be hosting. Alex Stein will be headlining. JVT will be on the show. Come see us. Come hang out. And also, April 26th, we'll be in Austin at the Vulcan. It's a chat rat meetup, so come hang out.
And in Austin, they're going to allow us, we can throw fruits and vegetables at Jimmy. But they have to be fruit and vegetables. The club has allowed it. They said it's okay, so bring bananas, tomatoes.
Just bananas.
No, bring. I would say a potato would hurt the most. So bring a lot of potatoes. I think that wouldn't that hurt the most if you got hit in the nose with a potato?
I would say like a watermelon.
Eggplants, yeah, or watermelon might be too hard to throw though, right? You're not gonna get, like,
potato's probably most dense and can hold in your hand.
Yeah, could you imagine when I launch a potato right at your head while you're doing one of your songs?
that wouldn't be good.
No, it's gonna give you CTE, but I think you already have CTE.
Yeah,
you definitely have some sort of brain damage, right?
100%.
All right, now we have one last clip. Is this a Stephen A. Smith clip? Do we have time for it? Let's watch this.
Saw it. Yep.
At Greg 1667-6935-420. What's the smallest amount of money you would reach into a toilet to get? Into a toilet? Well, if it's a toilet with clear water, $100, something like that. If it's shit in there, poop. I mean, it would have to be more than that. But I will say this. If it's mine, I'll get over it. If it's somebody else's poop, I don't know how much amount of money I'm willing to do that. I can't recover from that. I'm just sorry. That's just how I roll. I don't know about that one.
How much money for you, Lila?
$1. I would put on a glove and just grab it. $1.
That's disgusting.
How's that disgusting? Especially if it's my own toilet.
Well, if it is your own poop, I guess that's okay. But if it was my poop.
Well, am I getting paid to take it out?
You get to keep the money, whatever it is.
Okay, not
the lowest
for $1.
amount. The lowest amount. A $20 bill? Like if there's a $20 bill and next to my poop, would you grab the $20 bill?
Why would I be in this bathroom?
I blow up the bathroom all the time, and then I could have been in a hurry with a show in my wallet, and I'm like, oh, I don't need the money. Maybe I'm in a hurry.
You know what I would do? I would contact Jimmy, and I would let him know that you left $20 in there, and you probably need it, and I'd have Jimmy do it.
Like you said, $1. For my own Yeah, I mean, if I had lost like $3, I would probably reach in there. I mean, I'm not grossed out by poop, though. I have cats. I have to clean their poop all the time.
Okay.
Why did we play that clip now and then we have me on tape saying that I would reach into a toilet for $3? Who picked that clip?
But you know what? At least it's actual dollar bills because it's not coins. You wouldn't reach in there for coins, right?
Well, they have those dollar coins if there's a bunch of those.
If it was like
if it was full of quarters instead of water, I would take.
See, and that's the question too. It's just a toilet. There's no poop involved. It's just an empty toilet.
Well, I know. I guess that's the theory was. I guess Stephen A. added poop. If there's no poop, I'm grabbing $1, right?
Yeah, I'm grabbing all of it.
We need the money, guys. Times are tough. Biden.
Hey, actually, you would grab it for $1, and everybody in here would grab it for $1 because then they could subscribe for 99 cents.
Exactly right. So, guys, make sure to go to blazetv.com/primetime and join today. 99 cents. We're going to be putting a lot of stuff behind the paywall that you can't see anywhere else, and I would really appreciate it because it would help me keep my job. It would help Lila get to come here more, help us put on more comedy shows.
Get that poop dollar.
Get the poop dollar.
And we're a few subscriptions away. We still need a few more to start the Monday show. So if you want an extra episode, uncensored, untimed of Primetime with Alex Stein on Mondays, pay $1. And if you can't afford $1, text me. I will personally pay for the first 3 people who reach out.
Tweet out when you do subscribe. Let us know on Twitter that you have subscribed.
And a matter of fact, if you send me your receipt, I'll even follow you back on Twitter and Instagram. Okay, guys, we end the show the same way every time. I guess we told them about the comedy shows. We told them about all the Blaze TV exclusive. Is there anything else we forgot to tell them about, James?
I think that's it. Good job.
And you're wearing an Illuminati jersey, 5'1".
Mm-hmm, Timmy Tebow.
So you are definitely a cop. All right, guys, we end the show the same way every time with a freestyle finale. DJ, hit that beat. Tribe Called Quest, vibes on the song. I don't really know if I got my dong. Stick my hand in the toilet seat. I am a super freak. Gotta get that money to pay my honey. Then I'm going to be a snow bunny. Gonna snort, do a line, drive around, commit a crime. Cause I am Alex Stein and I'm #1 king. Prime time on the grind all the time. I hope this song just blew your mind. One more time, I got to go. I love all my ladies, even if you're a hoe. Peace.